Never Have I Ever by Faith Wood. Read by Kaiinbed. Relationship includes Draco Malfoy and Harry Potter. Additional tags include Hogwarts 8th year, fluff, and humor. I apologize in advance for any barking you hear. Summary. Hogwarts students play the Never Have I Ever game. Never have I ever. Blaise looked around, a devilish smirk on his face. Kissed the boy. Several people groaned. Hermione looked very put out. "Oh, please," she said. "You're just trying to get all the girls drunk." Harry thought she was right. Blaise looked much too pleased with himself. Hermione dutifully took a shot nonetheless. So did Draco Malfoy, which wasn't that strange because they had already done a full circle and Malfoy drank every time. Harry suspected he didn't even pay attention and was only here for the free fire whiskey. But then again, weren't they all? Malfoy's cheeks were very red. His hair was a curious white blonde mess, and there was a wild look about him that Harry found much too fascinating. He might have studied Malfoy's appearance carefully for that reason. "Draco," Pansy sighed the name with fond indulgence. "I know exactly who you kissed, and how many times, and when and where, and there are no boys on that list, if one could call it such. Are you truly insisting you've kissed a boy?" Malfoy took another drink, randomly. He was staring at Harry quite intently, and Harry had the crazy urge to squirm. "Not yet," Malfoy said. His voice was scratchy and very low. Perhaps that was why everyone fell silent. Or maybe everyone was just terribly concerned because, honestly, Malfoy looked a bit insane. Or just determined. Fiercely determined, which was so uncharacteristic. It looked like insanity on Malfoy's face, and he was coming closer, towards Harry, with those crazy pale eyes of his, and his pink cheeks, and his tongue that peeked out to wet his lips, which really shouldn't be done in public, now that Harry thought about it. Not like that. It was just obscene. Harry said, but he did not squirm away. He'd stared down Voldemort for heaven's sake. Malfoy didn't scare him. Not his intense gaze, not his full lips, not his warm breath on his face. Oh. Harry should have seen this coming. He really should have. They had discussed boy kissing, and he was a boy, and Malfoy was. Malfoy was warm pressure against his lips, all pale eyelashes and red cheeks and wet tongue sliding into Harry's mouth. Warm, wet, and slow, and tingling, breathtaking. And Harry's heart had forgotten to beat, and Draco Malfoy was kissing him, and the world was about to end. The world just spun, and did not actually end though, and Malfoy pulled away. He crawled back to his seat, his expression spelling accomplishment as though he had just defeated a Dark Lord, and took another shot of fire whiskey. Randomly, without cause, yet again. But no one complained. No one said a word. And then, "Ow!" one of the girls yelped, and it might have been Hermione because she added, "Control yourself, Zabini," in that special bossy voice of hers, which meant she was cross. It was probably her turn, and Blaise had poked her. One just didn't poke Hermione and got away with it. Malfoy was still staring at Harry. He looked like Malfoy now, scared and wide-eyed. Harry's heart was beating steadily again. "Never have I ever," Hermione said. Sorry, Ron, but look at him." Looked away when two boys made out in front of me. Someone groaned again. It might have been Blaise. Harry thought about this statement carefully. Hermione was smart, and this was a ploy. It clearly was. And Harry had to help her, didn't he? Make the boys look away and drink? Rescue the girls and make Blaise miserable? Because the girls would look, and the boys wouldn't. Harry knew that. He had to take a drink too, and he did so promptly, because he would look away. Or rather, close his eyes tight. Malfoy was still staring. He had apparently forgotten how to blink. His lips were right there. They were staring at Harry too. He had to save them. The girls, not the lips. Or both. He just had to. Saving things, it was what he did. He forced his body to move, and he crawled towards Malfoy. Malfoy sat frozen and waited. You have just finished listening to Never Have I Ever by Faith Wood. If you enjoyed the story, please leave them some feedback on archiveofourown.org/word/644421. If you enjoyed my reading of the story, you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/Kaiinbed. And if you would like to request a fic, you can find a link in the description just for that.